Hello everyone. Today I'll be presenting you how you can maximize your utilization of your resources. A serious topic you may think, but the idea is behind is simple. But it will be about the planning. But do you know what is the biggest problem with the planning? As Mike Tyson once put it, everybody has a plan until they get hit in the face. So my name is Filip, and I am a partner account executive at Tempo. So, okay, before I go into detail about the utilization of your resources, which can some way help you to avoid being hit in the face in your projects, I would like to start with sharing a personal detail about me and my passion around medieval maps. And so what you are seeing here is an old map from 13th century. And what is interesting about it, it looks like a project plan. So it's a journey or itinerary map with some context behind it. But what is interesting about it, it has a starting point, also ending point, but you can see it, you must believe me. You've got the swim lane views and time estimation for the teams between reaching the itinerary goals, so incremental goals, and there is also some kind of what-if analysis behind it, so just to take care about the risks. So it is quite. So in other words, it's like a great example of the project thinking. And as planning is our human nature, so we are looking for a perfect way to visualize it, as it may help to better manage our resources in competitive landscapes we encounter nowadays. So now let's go back to our focus of the presentation. This will be the resource planning in Tempo Planner. So let me start telling about our company, which is like one of the biggest Atlassian marketplace vendors. So Tempo began as an Icelandic company in 2009. We are one of the biggest vendors right now with almost 30,000 customers worldwide. So at Tempo, we offer you 4 different apps. Most popular one being Tempo Timesheets, which probably you know all. And you might ask yourself, why is it better to use our tools than, for example, medieval maps or spreadsheets? The answer is simple. We have tools that, solutions that are presenting data in real time and are all native within the Jira. But that's not all. As maybe you all heard, we also done some acquisitions. So we're expanding towards the more strategic portfolio management view. So we also offer standalone end-to-end cloud solution for road mapping, which is called RoadMank. And in December 2021, we also joined forces with ALM Works. That is, many of you may know that this is the powerful solution for project management. So you can see Tempo does offer a more flexibility than the static maps and spreadsheets. So our main focus today will be Tempo Planner on cloud, of course. It can help you turn your Jira issues and projects into executable planning timelines. So you can quickly find available team members and maximize how they are being used. Unfortunately, we don't offer you the possibility to draw a map, medieval map, but we might be old in the tech world, but we are not medieval. So our first use case is plan and get insight into your team's work. Why this could be especially important? Because nowadays we have different ways of delivering the work. We've got on-site teams, we've got remote teams, which are sometimes geographically quite dispersed. So many customers have mentioned to us that they want the availability and capacity of the resources teams visible wherever they are located, and wherever is the preferred way of delivering the work. So here's the view of the resource planning overview in the Tempo planner. So this view helps your team managers or project managers to streamline the management of your resources. So you can very easily you can optimize the resources and by choosing the filtering options. And you can see that Tempo Planner helps you to optimize your allocation by showing the exact work allocation for the resources. So there is the simple color scheme like red, yellow, and green that helps you to understand if the resources are perfectly booked, overbooked, or maybe there's some area to allocate more work to that resource. Okay. When you click on beside the resource, you can also see the detailed work of the resource. That means it adds the breakdown on your Jira projects and Jira issues. So you can see how the work is, what your resources are working on currently. This view help the team leads to understand if they need to hire additional staff, because we got a new feature, which is called generic resource. So it's like customer's voice, because sometimes you need to plan for someone you are not sure who will be the person who will be delivering the work. Or for example, you are at the process of hiring someone, you don't know who the person will be specifically, but you can still plan for that person. And another great feature is you can easily manage shared resources with an approval feature right in the plan. So this helps you to ensure that your plan, you can plan on the shared resource across the teams. So how we can plan this very simple way, just like you can click or push W on your keyboard and just like the dialog box will open. You can also drag and drop the issues from the side panel. However, this view is not only for team leads, you can also use it for your resources, for your users, that they can get the insight in your daily routines and then daily work. This is also, you can use it that view, but if you also use our other tool, which is called Tempo Timesheets, you can also log your time from there. Okay. Sorry. Okay. So Tempo, all of our products has the reports module that comes with all our apps. So here is an example of the plan time report for Planner, where a team lead can query in many ways to see the big picture of how your team is performing. So you can you can group, assign grouping options, you can filter by many choices, such as product, team user, or even use a JQL. So from this data, the team lead can determine if team member is just perfectly planned, overplanned, or you can optimize your resources or time. And all of our reports can be saved and shared with colleagues that have the right permissions to do for that. So the report can also be exported in CSV to Excel or just into the printable view. What is more, this is like a value added. If you are using Tempo and Tempo Timesheets and Tempo Planner, you can have the additional report that will help you to compare your plans against the actual time being spent on your work. Okay, so now let's take a look at the second use case. So how can I plan for the future projects? So let's imagine that I am a project manager, and let's say that a customer or internal, external, no matter, comes to me with a new idea. They want to have a new feature in the app, in the application. So I can check in the tempo planner, do I have the resources that I will, and answer the question if I will be able to start the project. So before committing to a new project, with Tempo Planner, I get the insight to what do I have the enough proper resources to take the additional work. So on the resource planning view, I can determine who in the team is able to work on the future project. For example, in that case, I use some heavy filtering. The new feature in the Tempo Planner is also you can now add the skills for your team. So you can, for example, adjust the proper resource for the project. For example, if I need a C++ specialist and Java programmer, yeah, and I don't know, Scrum Master, and I can just easily find that by filtering by the skills. So after adjusting the filtering, I will get the view of the current availability for the team, so I can also plan for my future project with customers. I can also check it back to the few slides before, to the plan time report, and check the current allocation of the resources. So Tempo customers find that very useful, because before a project rollouts, project managers are able to see if they have enough resources available for the work that has to be done. So the end result is Tempo Planner. You are able to optimize how your resources are being used while getting insight of what they are working on currently. So let's talk about how our Tempo apps integrate with each other. This is the, I've mentioned before that there's the seamless integration with Tempo timesheets. So here's the view from the Tempo timesheets. So this one is very helpful because users can see their plans that they have been set for the daily routine in the Tempo Planner, in the Tempo timesheets. So the baby blue cards over there with the blue color are dragged from the Tempo Planner directly, so you can easily convert them into time records by simply using one click and logging your time. So then after that, the plan is converted to the time record very easily, just using one click. And also you can match it to your workload schemes for your team. So thank you very much for attending the presentation. Please come to our stand when we also, where I'm joined by my rockstar colleague, Katrin, Product Marketing Manager at Structure Product Line. So today we'll be also conducting the workshop about how to stay on the top of your project budget using Tempo timesheets, Tempo cost tracker. This is strictly for typically cloud solution. So I hope you to see there. So are there any questions right now?
Wenn es Fragen gibt, natürlich kann man auch jetzt gerne stellen. Wir haben noch ein bisschen Zeit. Ansonsten verweisen wir natürlich auch wieder auf Slido. Also keine Frage muss untergehen. Wenn aktuell eine Frage auf der Zunge brennt. Are there any questions? I think right not. So thank you very much, Filip, for your presentation. Philip already had it on his last slide. So your workshop breakout session, 13:10 Uhr, Boardroom 4. Also auch gerne einfach teilnehmen. Just join the session with Philip, and yeah, thank you very much.